Okay, we're recording now. And we're starting with that one over there. Hi! Okay.
We're Peter and Jason.
Yeah, or Peter and Jase.
Peter and Jase.
Peter and Jase is what we're going to be acquainting
A
ourselves.
story to tell.
Yeah.
Which is a great story, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We're a gay couple.
Mm-hmm.
We've been together 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I'm currently going through chemotherapy. And Jason, tell me your diagnosis.
I actually have the diagnosis of schizoaffective disorder, which means, for most people that don't know, which is just about everybody, unless you're dealing with it or you're a family member, schizoaffective disorder is a combination of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's no joke, it's no fun, it's horrible, but...
It's not horrible anymore.
It's not horrible. Very well said, honey. It's not horrible anymore. It's not horrible anymore for me because I've discovered through the years a lot of experimentation, a lot of books, a lot of talking to professionals that there's hope, there's help, and there's healing. And it honestly can happen for, I really believe, almost anybody. And when I met Peter, I had no idea that the story was going to get so much more interesting, so much more incredible, so much happier for really both of us, despite the fact that... Go ahead, honey. What are you...
Well, I think if we want to go back to how it all began, and this is what we're going to tell, how we're going to tell our story. We're going to I joined a dating service. I've been single for several years, as much as Jason, we both left relationships, long-term relationships that we just weren't happy in.
Right.
And that's our own journey. That
good people, just
wonderful.
They were great people, just
not for us.
No.
And long story short, I joined a dating service back in this past January of 2015, and I left in February for a cruise with my family. And I remember joining the service, shutting the phone off, and going on a 10-day cruise with my family in the Caribbean. That's also when my sickness begun, which I did not know. I was getting sick. I thought it was a hernia from lifting suitcases. Long story short, my plane was flying back from Puerto Rico on Valentine's Day, and I was sitting on the plane next to my aunt, which was like a mother to me. And I said, "Oh, it's Valentine's Day." And we went with 23 friends and family members on this 10-day Caribbean cruise, which was beautiful. And I looked at my aunt on the plane and I said, "Oh, it's Valentine's Day. I'm alone. Once again, I'm alone." And she goes, "Honey, sometimes you'll never get it all." And I said, "Oh, I will have it all." You know, and we landed at 3 a.m. in 10 below zero weather in 4 feet of snow. I walked in my door with my suitcases. I threw them in the middle of my living room, and I went upstairs and went to bed. And the next morning, I woke up at 9 o'clock in the morning. I was having coffee in bed, and I said, "Oh, I have to turn on my Match.com." And who appeared was Jason on Match.com. And that's where our romance begun on February 15th, 2015. You want to take over?
That was amazing. It was an absolutely incredible time. Actually, the whole time has been absolutely incredible, which is the whole point of this video. It's been a really amazing story.
I think it's been a great Lifetime movie, actually.
Yeah.
And as you hear our story, as you hear every episode that we talk about, none of it is made up.
No.
We vouch by that.
Right.
And so we emailed back and forth on Match.com. throughout the day,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a holiday. Was it President's Day next day? We
It
were
was
both off from work.
President's
It was a
Day.
government holiday.
We both had the day off. Yeah.
And I asked him to, would he like to? No, we talked that night. I said, would you like to talk? We exchanged numbers. He said, what's a good time? He said 8 o'clock. And he actually called right on the dot at 8 o'clock at night.
I was a little eager.
Talk about very good time.
A little bit. Well, you're a
And-
good-looking guy. I wanted to.
Well, you were too. And he's 41. Well, at the time,
You were 43.
I was 43.
Mhm.
I turned 44 in April.
Yeah. April 10th.
And I asked him to meet halfway for lunch the next day because we were both off on Monday. And he agreed to. I think he was hesitant for a minute. He's like, and I was like,
You know what? It's the whole rules thing, the dating rules thing. And I thought for a second, and we talked about this. I thought for a second, maybe I'm supposed to wait a couple days. We are supposed to wait a couple. And then all of a sudden, I was like, "We're 40 something. What
yeah,
the heck?
We're adult
the
professionals
rules
now.
are
I don't
ridiculous."
think there was
Right.
anything to decipher. So we ended up driving 45 minutes apiece to Little Falls.
Yeah.
And it was the minute I got stepped out of the car, you stepped out of the car, we knew.
It was an extremely dramatic moment in my life, and later Peter said his life too. When I pulled into the parking lot, I saw his car as I pulled in, and I think I waved or something, but I couldn't see anything because you had kind of tinted windows. I just couldn't see, and I wasn't like gonna gawk in the windows.
He was
as you were
gawking.
going.
Was he kidding? I'm kidding.
I did gawk a little bit, and then all of a sudden I went around and I parked, got out of the car, grabbed my keys, checked them, locked. Oh, there we go. It's locking up. Locked the. Where are we? We're over on this side. Okay. Sorry, I got lost there. Put the keys in my pocket, turned around, and there was Peter. And I was just like, it was like one of those bam moments. He was just standing by the car.
It truly was.
It was very, very dramatic. There was a pause. It was like a timeless moment, like where things just froze. I mean, and it was a cold day.
It was cold.
But even time froze for us for a second there. It was.
And we went to
really
this
amazing.
cute little diner.
Mm-hmm.
They had these cold plastic outdoor seats. And we walked in, but it wasn't about the food.
Right. No.
Or anything. It was good.
It was simple food, you know. I don't even remember the food. Tell you the
I had
truth,
a Reuben, I remember.
you had a Reuben. Okay, I think I got a something.
And that's
oh, of course I got a something.
and the place we went to, Little Falls. It's a very antique-orientated place.
Mm-hmm.
And we had lunch. We talked, and he was so handsome sitting across from me in these cold chairs. But our bodies did
Just
warm
cold
them up.
chairs. Yeah,
Our
they
bodies
did.
did warm them up eventually.
Just
Right? And we
talk.
we talked.
Just
And,
talk.
and across the street was these old warehouses which were filled with antiques, which was antique stores.
Mm-hmm.
And we went antiquing, which we both love to do so
Mhm.
much. And at one point, Jason bought a bottle of water. It was maybe 40 minutes into the antique shop. And I looked over and I said, oh my God, he's a